guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 ways that you can end this year financially strong on a good note. And just, whether you've had a good year financially or a bad year financially thus far, it always feels good to end the year strong, to start the new year off on a good foot. So today I'm going to go through 5 things you can do to end the year strong financially. So my first suggestion, if you haven't already started saving for Christmas, and Christmas is a holiday that you celebrate where you give gifts and it gets kind of pricey, then start saving for Christmas now. We save for Christmas all year round. We started doing that a couple years ago, so we were able to no longer put Christmas on a credit card, and the first year we did that, it felt so good. We were able to enjoy the holiday season much more because we knew we weren't going into debt in order to give the gifts and be generous in the way we wanted to our friends and family. And since then, every year we have saved all year round. But if you haven't started saving yet, it's okay. There's still plenty of time. Well, there's not plenty of time, but there's still time. If you can believe it, there's less than 100 days till Christmas. So you can set some mini goals of how much you want to save per week or how much you want to save per month in order to save up what you need for Christmas, and just get going now because it's gonna sneak up on you and it always ends up being more expensive than we think. If you're not sure where to start and how to get organized for Christmas, I do have a Christmas season budget plan printable on my Etsy shop, so you can check that out if you need some help getting organized. It's got kind of like an overview of things to think about, of expenses that might come up. It's got different trackers so you can have budgets for different categories for like food and presents and different stuff like that for the Christmas season. And then it's got a way for you to track, all the presents you plan to buy and if you purchased them and how much you're planning to spend. And that way you can not only budget for Christmas, but also stay organized as you start purchasing presents and things. And then finally, it also has printable trackers, so as you're saving up for Christmas, you can fill it in and see how close you are to accomplishing your goals for Christmas savings. All right, my next tip for finishing the year financially strong is to review your 2021 financial goals. If you wrote them down at the beginning of the year, great, because it's really hard to remember them as we get later and later into the year. So go back and look at those goals if you haven't been tracking them up till this point, and see what you wanted to accomplish and see where you are. And if you are on track to hit those goals, great, you can give yourself a pat on the back. But if you're not and you're way behind, maybe set some mini goals. Set a mini goal for the rest of the year. You want to pay off, $3,000 of debt, and so you say, okay, in October, November, and December, my goal is to pay off $1,000 of debt, and break it out like that. Or maybe, set another mini goal like stay on budget for groceries. Pick something in your budget that you're struggling with and say, okay, for the rest of the year, I'm gonna dedicate for just these 3 months to stay on track with my grocery budget and really make an effort to stay under on that. I find when we're trying to accomplish these really big long-term goals, it's very helpful to set these mini goals because mini goals are attained quicker, and so you get that boost, that like emotional boost from hitting those goals. And so set some mini goals for the last quarter of the year to hit during October, November, December, and so you can get motivated to finish off the year strong. All right, my next tip for finishing the year financially strong is start working on your 2022 annual budget. We did not do an annual budget for many, many years. We would do monthly budgets, but I never did an annual budget because I was like, how do you even budget annually for all this stuff? But you know what? Once we started doing it a few years ago, it actually was very helpful to get a bigger picture idea of where all our money was going to go throughout the year. And obviously it's an estimate. It's not going to be exact because, hopefully you'll get a raise at some point throughout the year, or you might, make some extra income on the side or something, or you might have other random expenses that come up. But doing an overall annual budget for the year is very helpful because it gives you a good sense of how much you're going to need in total for each category. If you're looking for a budget spreadsheet, on my shop, I also have a budget spreadsheet that has a monthly and annual budget, and so you can use that annual budget spreadsheet to get your 2022 budget organized. It comes with a net version and a gross version of both the annual and the monthly budget spreadsheets, so you can do either net gross before taxes or after taxes when you're trying to look at everything. I've been working on our annual budget for a while now, probably like a month or two, and I do our annual estimated budget before I set our goals for the year. So based off the budget that I create, I then set our goals for debt payoff and retirement and savings and all that stuff for the year. So I put all our numbers in, I see, I play around with it. What if we added a little more towards the retirement section? What if we added more to debt payments? How does that look at the end of the year? How much debt will we have paid off at the end of the year if we do it one way or the other. And so I find that really helpful as like the first step before you set your financial goals for the following year. My next tip to end the year financially strong is make sure you're taking advantage of all the benefits your employer offers that are, that expire at the end of the year. So for example, if your employer offers a match for any retirement contributions that you make, that might be on an annual basis. So if you haven't gotten your match on your 401k contributions and your employer would match a certain amount of money, then you still have time to adjust your paychecks for the last few months of the year to take full advantage of that employer match, even if you haven't contributed anything thus far. Also, if you have money taken out of your paycheck for a flex spending account, an FSA, that money is use it or lose it money. And so if that expires at the end of the year and you lose it and you don't use it, then obviously you're not taking full advantage of that. And that is great money. It's pre-tax for medical. And so if you have any money left in that account, it's not going to roll over. I think some of them allow a certain amount to roll over, maybe like $500 or something. It depends on your employer. But for anything that's not going to roll over, you don't want to lose it. So if you need to go to the dentist, or you need to get contacts or glasses or something that you haven't purchased but you could use that money for, then go ahead and make those purchases. And if you have extra money, there's a lot of stuff that's FSA eligible, other like medicine and just health products that you could use your FSA account for. So worst case scenario, you could just stock up on some medical essentials that are FSA eligible. And my last tip to end the year financially strong is, as we head into the fall and winter seasons, make sure you are cleaning out, decluttering, and taking an inventory of what you have. I know as fall and winter hit and all the seasonal items start coming out, the jackets and the boots and stuff like that, I'm tempted to just get new things that I think I might need for the season while I know they're in stock. But sometimes I forgot that, at the end of last season, I bought a pair of boots on a discount that are brand new that I haven't used yet, or I've got a whole thing of sweaters that I forgot about and I really don't need more sweaters. So if you don't have a good sense of what you already have available to use for that season, then you may end up wasting money, and that money could be put to a better use to accomplish your financial goals. So my closet is pretty small. I don't have to switch out my winter and summer clothes. They're just all out all the time. But if you have winter clothes stored away, like get them out, take a good inventory, see what you have, get your kids situated. If you have kids, see what they need before you just start grabbing stuff at the store. I know it's really tempting when you see the stuff start coming out for winter and fall to just start stocking up on things, but sometimes we have things already that we didn't realize, or we bought things that we haven't even used yet in anticipation of needing it for the next season, and like I said, we haven't even used it yet but don't remember that we bought it. So those are my 5 tips to end the year financially strong. If you guys are in, if you guys want to do this with me, because I will be doing all of these things, then comment below and let me know that you are in to do all these things and end the year financially strong. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. And if you want to see more personal finance videos from me, then hit the red subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.